Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Maureen. You probably clicked on this video because of the title, which is because I'm getting my first mammogram today at 28 years old. I'll be explaining more as to why I'm doing that later on in this video, but I'll be including timestamps, so if you want to skip around, you can do that. It'll be linked down below in the description box. But yeah, before we get to that point, I wanted to talk about how you prep for a mammogram. So this was just the instructions that I was given. If you have ever gotten a mammogram, or if you have worked in an office that does those screenings, or currently work in an office, make sure to leave tips down below if there's anything that I'm missing that might be helpful to those who might have stumbled across this video because they might be getting their first mammogram as well, so they just kind of want to know what's up. So anyways, right now I'm in my bathroom, and the reason why is because there is prep involved before you go to a mammogram. So they'll tell you what to do. So I was told no lotion, no deodorant. So I made sure last night to leave a post-it note so I would know this morning. I'm the type of person that when I get up in the morning, I kind of just go autopilot. So I made sure to put that up so I didn't forget. The reason why you're supposed to do that is because when you get a mammogram, those types of products like lotions, deodorant, all those types of things can leave like a residue, and it can read as a speck on a mammogram, and we don't want that because that can be confused with a cancerous speck. So that's why you're supposed to do that. I was told just avoid it from like the neck down to the hip area, so arms as well, no lotion like that. If you've heard things differently or you've worked in an office, make sure to put that link down below. And I was told you can like still wear makeup. I'm just not wearing it today, but just avoid adding it to like your neck or chest or skincare. Just some things to keep in mind when you do that. So yeah, that's what I have done this morning. So I will catch up with you guys at the doctor's office before I go in, and I'll do a little bit more of an explanation as to why I'm getting a mammogram today. All right, you guys, so I am here where I'm gonna be getting my mammogram, but I thought I would talk about, because I said earlier in the vlog that I would talk about why, you've seen it in the title, why I'm getting a mammogram at 28. So typically you start getting them yearly around like 45, sometimes earlier. But the reason why I'm getting one is not because it's diagnostic or anything, so meaning like trying to diagnose breast cancer. It's what's called a baseline. So I have a very extensive family history of breast cancer in my family, including my mom, both my maternal and my paternal grandmothers, as well as 2 of my cousins. So it's pretty extensive. So it is recommended by most doctors in the field that whenever your mother has been diagnosed with breast cancer, that you start getting your screenings 10 years prior to that diagnosis age. So I'm now at that age. So yes, my mom was pretty young when she had breast cancer. So with that, I'm going to be doing mammograms yearly, and then I'm also going to be doing breast MRI. So I'm going to be like alternating every 6 months. And so that's just to stay on top of things, just because I'm considered high risk for breast cancer because of my extensive family history. So I'm going to do that today. So this is my first ever one. So I'll kind of catch up with you guys afterwards and kind of talk about my experience and everything. But yeah, you might be wondering, so why are you sharing this on the internet? So I just kind of hope that this video is kind of like a PSA or a friendly reminder just to stay on top of your family history. Make sure you know it. I know there could be extenuating situations and circumstances why you might not, but trying to figure that out, whether genetic testing, talking to family members, and making sure you're staying on top of your health, preventative screenings, talking with your doctor so that you can just stay on top of your health. So yeah, I'm gonna go in for that, but today just doing a baseline, and I'll let you guys know about my experience. All right, you guys, so we're now done. Very easy, very painless. So with that being said, if you're not familiar with like a mammogram, or maybe you're nervous about mammograms and that's why you've never gotten one, nothing to be nervous about. So when I was talking to like the tech before you go in, I guess it's very normal for like a lot of people when they come in for the first time, they're extremely nervous because they've been told that it's extremely painful. I didn't think it was painful at all, and they were like sobbing because they're so nervous. Don't listen to what other people are saying. It's fine. That's what I was told by family members as well. It's better to be safe than sorry. So if that's preventing you from doing preventative screenings, please don't let that stop you. So very easy, very painless process, go in and out, but obviously I don't film that for obvious privacy and safety reasons. They take multiple images. And so with mammograms, the reason why I'm going to be alternating between mammograms and breast MRIs is because when you are younger, your breast tissue is more dense, so it can sometimes be hard for the mammogram to truly pick up the image and see what it needs to see. So breast MRIs are a little bit more comprehensive, and they're usually for people that are younger because of breast density, and it's also not super uncommon to be called back to get more images. if you have a higher breast density, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have cancer, so nothing to worry about. Like I said, this is a baseline, so they don't really have anything to compare it to either. But yeah, it was a very easy process, very in and out. People sometimes bring other people with them just to sit in the waiting room if they're like nervous about that, which is not uncommon, but nothing to be nervous about. But yeah, I thought I would also talk about how I know that I'm considered high risk. Yes, I have family members, but I talked a little bit about genetic testing. So maybe for a multitude of reasons, you don't necessarily know all of your family history. Genetic testing, which is what was recommended from doctors for me because of the extent of cancer in my family, you can kind of see what your likelihood could be potentially of getting cancer. So I'm considered high risk, so that's anything above 20% for breast cancer, but I do not have what's called the BRCA gene, so it's good to know that for the future. And the reason why is if I would have had BRCA 1 or 2, I believe the likelihood goes up to over 60% likelihood. No, that doesn't mean you're going to get breast cancer, but that just means you're 60% more likely to get it. And sometimes that's when they suggest like preventative like surgeries and things like that to remove breast tissue, just so that there's not any likelihood of getting that cancer. But that's like another story for another day, but I'm sure you could find plenty of other YouTube videos. I know other YouTubers that have done that just because they had extensive family history, they got the BRCA genes. There's lots of people out there that you can find that information, but mine is not that high, so that was not recommended for me. It was just recommended to get yearly mammograms and then yearly breast MRIs, so alternating every 6 months for the foreseeable future. Also, it's important to mention, I know some people, it's not just the pain issue that makes them nervous or why they don't get their mammograms. Another reason why is the financial burden. Mammograms are pretty expensive with or without insurance, so it's important if you have extensive family history, talk to your doctors. There's lots of mammogram assisted funds out there. Breast cancer is so pervasive. I believe it's 1 in every 4 women are diagnosed. So it's very pervasive, but there's also a lot of different funds out there. There's different mobile mammograms, places where you can get assistance. So don't let the price also dictate, you know, your health and your future as well. So make sure you're talking to your doctor, finding those resources in your area, and make sure you're doing your preventative screening. But yeah, that's what I did today. Nothing to be afraid of. So now I have some errands to run, but that's going to be part of a weekly vlog that I am filming as well. So that will be up before this video, so I'll have it linked down below if you're interested. Please like this video, comment down below if maybe you are a tech or you've gone through this experience before, any tips or just words of wisdom for people that might be going to get a mammogram for the first time and might be nervous. Feel free to comment that down below, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my content. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone.